Let me ask you, David Westin, about the Ninth Circuit now. Does
Right.
this take them out of the picture completely?
Yes, I think that will go away at this point. And as I say, they really addressed one of the biggest issues was lawful permanent residents who had been included in the old ban, so that even people with green cards, if they left the country, couldn't get back in. Those people are totally excluded. And so basically what they're saying now is, wait a second, we're only talking about people who are overseas, haven't been here, are asking to come in, and they don't have the same constitutional rights that people we've given green cards to do here in the United States.
Now, there's a refugee action. There's also those 6 countries, had been 7, but Iraq was taken out. And Rex Tillerson, praising the Iraqi leadership and saying that basically they had put in extra deterrent measures and that those security measures would make sure that no terrorist from Iraq would arrive on US soil. Countries in this new order have 50 days to comply with requests from the government to update or improve the quality of information they provide. Assuming they say, fine, we'll give you whatever you need, does that mean that this goes away for those countries?
Well, that's certainly what Secretary of State Tillerson suggested. He said, look, we issued this order, it included Iraq. Iraq came forward and said, we want to work with you and really make this better. We'll have the special vetting process. And he was saying, we hope other countries do that too. Now, time will tell whether, in fact, they will respond that way. But that's certainly what the Secretary of State was suggesting.
The ACLU is tweeting out that everything we've learned since the original ban was rolled out undermines the bogus national security justifications that Trump has tried to hide behind, and vows to continue to fight this new travel order. Bogus or not, one of the examples that's being used is a potential bomb that didn't go off in Seattle. But our own Eric Larson has told us that was a sting operation in the first place, that the FBI and other agencies had turned this into a sting. How will examples of terror or terror that didn't happen help any case here?
Well, I think it's terribly important to understand under the Constitution, really the president has the first line responsibility for protecting our borders and protecting our national security. By and large, the courts will defer to the president on those questions. Well, the reason why the Ninth Circuit had problems was because, number one, they excluded people with green cards, and they said, wait a second, these are people who are almost like residents of the United States. How can you just arbitrarily exclude them? And also there was this issue that I do think may come back about the religious exceptions, saying we'll make exceptions to our rule for people from certain faiths who've been discriminated against, and that really raises some red flags.
David, if you had to call it right now on March 16th, do we cease in America allowing people in from these 6 countries?
Well, listen, I won't guess. I think it's much more likely that this order will be enforced than the first, is what I would say. Doesn't mean it's a clear shot, and certainly there will be challenges raised, and there is this sensitivity, and it doesn't help that the president, as a candidate, has said repeatedly, we want to keep Muslims out. That colors the case to some extent, because he sort of signals intent, but I will tell you, I certainly think this is a much more defensible order than the first one was.